July 8, 2024. I was talking, I was talking to yesterday like I didn't know the threat that can happen when talking about one of the biggest church in the world. And I know they have spies, and I was to Utah, Salt Lake City, to their main city, and I find it out very quick. They knew that I was there, and they wanted to know who I am and what I'm doing, and those things that is in a controlled group, not a free group. And I know it can happen that they coming up and kill me. And the less worried I am about is that they kick me out from membership in the church, and because I talk against them, and I know that. But what I am thinking in a positive way is that the meaning from God, that he make me be in this, involved in this, in that way, that I look from the outside on that church. And I should not have been working for God if not he wanted me to do something. And the positive that I may be thinking that they maybe never listen at a woman, as they only listen at men in that church. But if they are smart and understand why I'm here on earth, why I am in their church, that they should listen, not listen at me, but listen to God, to listen to afterlife, what they want to tell them. It's not me. I'm only a tool, and I can be there with them and explain for them and tell them what heaven is talking about, what God wants them to do. And they are going in the wrong direction just now, and that God knows that. He know the time on earth. He know that it was this time, and I was born into this problem. There is that they are going in the wrong direction. The church going in the wrong direction. And you should not be so involved into that church when they go in wrong direction. And they it's good for the devil that they accept the devil, what he wants them to do. But for God, that is not good. And the one thing that showed me what wrong the church was and am, it's because of my son. He's real, pure evil. And he doesn't kill, but he go behind and whisper in the ears to people. And he told me one day that the only church that he was thinking to join, where he wanted to be, it was in the Mormon church. He said that to me. I'd be very surprised that he even were thinking about a church to be in. But that also was a message for me that the devil loved that church. And you that is honestly working for God and want to work the best you can, you should have eyes and ears open what they are telling you in that church, because as I repeat myself again, they are going in the wrong direction. And it will be, it was a message for the church that, I don't know if it was 3 years ago, when the steeple, the angel on the roof, fell down on that main church in Salt Lake City. That tell you what is going on. The angel didn't want to be there on the roof because they don't listen to what God is saying and what God wants them to do. And now they are more and more going into think that Jesus Christ is God, and want people to believe in that. And then you hear yesterday that they tried to destroy the family tree. So the history, they want to destroy it and make it so the family tree is only going into Joseph Smith Senior's life and family. And then is it nothing behind there? And it is United States and maybe a little Canada to show that like people, only people who were born in America, they pop up like nothing was before that. It's American people, an American country, and it should be before Israel, United States. And they change it. So I told you that I find out that 8,000 of my, what I have working with earlier, those people was taken away. But now I am doing my DNA, and I upload my DNA result into the family tree. So that's where the 8,000 is coming. Well, yeah, they have taken away it, but they can't take away it in my DNA. And they, I don't know, but they can have done that to many people that have connection with royals, people that is connected with the political people that should not, that is against the Mormon Church. And when I was in Utah, Salt Lake City, I was to this apostle for the church and talking to him, and he was very, very sick. And I told him that I could heal him if I was allowed to lay hand on him. And he wanted me to lay hand on him. And so it's become a healing for him. And it was things that people don't see what's going on behind the scene. It's many people that are sick because they know the truth, but they don't want to tell the truth because they want to stay in that status, life status. They get everything for free. They got very much financial help from the church when they are up in those highest position. Of course, they don't say that to people, but I know that because I was there. I was into the church office, and I was together with those apostles that the church had, because everyone was there when I was in Salt Lake City, because the prophet that was before this Nelson, he was on his dead bed, so everyone was there to say goodbye to him. And then it also was a conference started going on in December, and I was there, so I met all these apostles. But I didn't know who they were. I talked to them like I talked to everyone. And then when I come home, I saw in pictures that this was people that I should almost kiss because they are up in the top. And they didn't know me either, so I was okay to talk to them. And as they were in Salt Lake City, in the headquarters, there was not many security guard for them, because they were in one room together with everyone that was allowed to come in. And I was allowed to come in. And it is this that it's dangerous. It's dangerous to tell you the truth. And no one have helped me so far. But if you want to help and have the money to do that, I can travel. I can live in another place, as I don't have so much here in Sweden that I enjoy and that I am with. I am only with my daughter, and she can take the airplane and fly to where I live sometimes. So she have taken the flight by herself already when she was 15 years old. She took the flight by herself from Sweden down to Texas when we lived there. And she had to change the airplane in Paris, and that is very big airport, and she find her place. She find how to go there. It is not so easy because it's not in the main building in Paris. You have to go down in the staircase, going down, and take a bus on the outside of the main building. And then the bus stop in all buildings. There maybe it was 10 buildings, and you have to know what building you should go off. No one tell you, and you maybe know that you should take the airplane at F entry. And then you have to look up and to see F, and the bus is saying that it will stop at F entry, and then you have to go out by yourself. And that was very hard for a girl 15 years old flying by herself. And so it was one night we were going to the airport in Houston to take my daughter home with us in the car. And it was about 3 hours delay on the airplane. So we wondering what's wrong with the airplane. And but my daughter came, and she didn't know what had going wrong, as she was so late, and it was night, and we drove home from Houston, and on the motorway when it was only us on the motorway because it was just in the night, and suddenly there come a car in front of us going in the other direction, and that car should be on the other side of the motorway, but it was on our side where we drive, and it was like it only pop up from the road. Suddenly was it there, and it was so close, so I saw there were no one driving that car. There was no one. And my husband, he drove down the car into the grass in the middle of the motorway. And I'm lucky that it was not me, because I should have turned to the right side. We were in the middle of the motorway, and we should go on the right side if it was me. But my husband took the left side, and we stopped. And my husband, he said, I have to wait for a long time. I'm very shaky now. He say, I can't drive the car back home, because that was a real shock for me. And we discussed it, and there was no one driving the car. It was only a black inside of the car. And in that moment, it can have been an UFO, because the car was going into our direction and turn to the left. So there was no one inside that we could see. And we should have been killed in that night. And it was like they tried to kill my daughter first, but failed. And then they tried to do that on the motorway, where there were no witness. And so it was very strange evening and night. And it have happened many things in my life like that, and that you can't explain. And now it have been a mystery, but now it start to open up, so I come to know things that I should not know, but I know them because I work with the afterlife. And so I know that this is very dangerous to tell that the church is wrong, that they try people to believe that those in the beginning with the church, that they were very poor. There were poor people, but not everyone was poor, and that they come from royal families, those leaders of the church, and the church doesn't want us to know that, and it's like they want it to be a fairy tale and mystery, like we don't know. And I have told you since before about the morning in April 2017, and where I was out on my balcony terrace and did the flowers for the summer, and I dig into the soil, and there it was, like metallic, golden metallic in the soil, and it was in the flowers that I had close to the wall to my home. But there was also golden pieces, metallic, on those flowers that was hanging outside, out from the balcony. There was in all those flower boxes, was it gold? And when I saw that, I knew that I should take the flight to Utah, to Salt Lake City. I knew that it was fragment of those. Joseph Smith were talking about those books that disappeared, but they were in the soil. And I knew I should go to Utah. And I come to the church in the morning, and I had with me some of these golden flakes. And I showed those young boys that was there. And they say, it's a fertilize things. And I told them I never fertilize my flowers. They are growing in the soil that they are coming with, and some I buy. But it's not anything in that, because I should have seen that if when I dig down the flowers that it was those golden flakes. And then in the night before, it was a real like tornado outside in the night. And I had a small, we call it in Sweden, a France balcony, where you can't walk out in the balcony. It's only hanging on the wall, like a window, but it's a balcony. And it was 2 doors to open to it. And those 2 doors fly up, and everything was open in the night. And it was a strong wind that come into my bedroom. And I have to go up, because it was in April, and it was not so warm in the night, warm weather. And I tried to close those 2 doors, and I could hardly do that because the wind was so strong. But then I could close it. And then in the morning, it was sunshine, and I was ready to put down new flowers on my real big balcony. And there were golden flakes, like it had coming with this tornado. And I knew those flakes told me that I should travel to Utah, or else I have not done it. And I knew it was a long traveling to go from Sweden to Utah. And so it was not of interest. But as the golden flakes showed me that I have to go to Utah. And then I come, and they say it was nothing in the soil, they say to me. But one of the girls that took care of me, she was not the one that took me to the church, but she was my friend in the church. And in that morning she said to me that you can travel to my home. I live in Salt Lake City, and you live in Salt Lake City when I'm away, and you can stay in my room, she said. And I felt like it was a message, as it was a message in the morning that is of these golden flakes, and then that she said that to me. So I bought a ticket on Monday, next day, and she would be so shocked, this girl. I never thought you should buy a flight ticket, she say. I only say that to be friendly. But I say to her, I felt like you come with a message from God. I say, so I bought a ticket, expensive ticket, to fly over Canada to the United States. And then I find out so very much things about the church. But it have never been that the church have welcomed me. They have hated me and they want me out for no reason. And so they be happy if they can take me out now. But I hope there is real people there also that understand that this is not a normal way to live a life like she do, because they knew that I didn't have any husband. I didn't have any man in my life. I didn't have my kids either in that time. And I had no money to go to Utah, but I did it anyway. And so they knew that, and if they put together everything, they will say that is something with me that is not normal. I don't mean with the mental sickness, that someone up above taking me to those places. And I have been 4 times to Israel, 1 time to Portugal. I have been to the United States twice. Third, I don't know how to count it, because I was married in Texas also. And so I have been in Vienna in this time and had no money. And I travel anyway, because God wants me to travel. So now I am, because of yesterday I told you about, they want to change the history. Our history they change, and want us to believe that it started with Joseph Smith, everything, and that Jesus Christ lived, was in the United States. How they can believe that Jesus was walking in the United States when there was no United States. but they teach these strange things in the church because they want to, like, prisoner people. And it's easy to do that because everyone of the older people, before they started to bring in people that come from other countries, that was black and yellow Asian people and like that. Before that, it was only relatives married to each other. It was not so close, so it's damage the babies, but everyone in the church of the white people, and from about 10-15 years ago, they are related to each other. They are like a network with Joseph Smith Sr. and the mother Mac. I have many entry into the family tree of Joseph Smith. I have many that come to be, they come to England to be with the church first, and many also travel by ship to America to join Joseph Smith in New York. And outside New York there is a small city, a village city that called Stockholm. And there where they were before they were going down and spread all over United States. So if they should be wise, they should join me in to hear from me what I hear from heaven, and do what heaven is telling them. They are, just now, they are going out in the darkness, in the desert, and they accept now people with all kind of different sexuality that had been forbidden in Joseph Smith's time. But they marry people that have the same gender, and they do many things that in the old time they should never accept it. And I think that Joseph Smith knew God, and that God was not Jesus Christ. It have coming later. I am so old, so I know from we were to the church sometimes when it was celebrating something. It was Christmas time. I was in the church with my mother, and I never heard them talking about Jesus as God. There were a God that was like a mystery, and they say a wrong thing about that picture that we saw in those churches, that is an eye and like a triangle and an eye, and they say that is like pagan, it's a sect thing. But that was in the old church. It should remind us that God is seeing us. God have an eye on you. It was nothing about paganism when I was a child for 50, 60 years ago. It's new things of today. And they I don't want to go in there. But it is someone coming here, so from heaven, and want to talk. And I have no clue. It's a woman. It's a woman that wants to talk. She have like a queen clothes on. Of course, it's not what she have, but that is what she's showing me, for me to understand who she is. She don't have that. She is a spirit, and those clothes, that's for me to see, and not see nothing, because she want to tell that she was a queen. And this is very strange, because normally they don't have those color that she have. She have those dark pink lilac. It's flakes in her dress. That is strange color for to be for far away. And she's telling me that it have nothing with the dress to do. She say it's a symbolic thing for you to understand. And I say to her that I don't know what it means with this, like dark pink and a little lilac in it, in the color. It's she is telling me that I should look it up on internet, and she will show me that place where it's talking about this color to have. And she's have very beautiful clothes, but the dress she have is in dark color, like the real had in that time. And she laughed at me, and she say, tell them what time I am from. She say, because she know it's hard to know. But she looked like Queen Mary, you know. In one of the chapter, she come down here to earth, and she was looking around on the ground, and I was wondering why she was looking, and she said that she was looking for her head. She was not completed. When she go to heaven, she didn't have her hat with her, and that's why she come down to look for it. It was very strange answer from her, but it seems like it is the same woman that is here, and Queen Mary that was beheaded, and what color that going with her. I will tell you next time when I check it out what is going on, why she wanted to show me those colors. Not colors, they are mixed. It's one color mixed. Dark pink and then lilac. So, and thank you for listening, and I'm sure that it's going to be more to understand. But I'm very thankful that the doors start to open, from that what is called mystery. And it will not be a mystery anymore. So thank you for listening, and God bless you.